Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Josetti Yvonne, your abundant life and divorce coach, coming on for a quick moment with a quick message on this marvelous Monday. I hope this video finds you well. So, I'll talk about all things life here. It's just not about abundant life and divorces. Uh, it's about all things life here and all things that interest me, which includes books and hair and fashion and perfume and motherhood, relationships, just everything. I've been thinking about actually changing that title um, because I've been delving into so many other things. Anyway, that's a story for another day. But yeah, I think I may change it and update what I have here on YouTube to something else as I continue to evolve and transition myself. So I wanted to come on today because recently I was talking to some people and we're just kind of just discussing our lock journey and how we got to where we are. So I wanted to come on and share not only a portion of my journey, but my why. And if you're like me, I grew up, I had natural hair. I would get it pressed as a kid. My grandmother would refer to our hair as our crown and glory. I probably should have asked her exactly what exactly that meant to her when she would say that. But as a kid, I kind of just figured, oh, okay, this is something I need to take care of. It's my crown. It's my covering. But I do wish I had asked her definition of it because I see so many different people's definition that's out here. But anyway, I grew up getting my hair pressed. I wore it natural for the most part. I got it permed in fourth grade. It took my hair out, the Just For Me and the PCJ box perms my mom was using. So I went natural again in fifth grade and just got it pressed again until I got in high school. And I think I was maybe a sophomore and began to get it pressed and actually begin to get a perm actually now, yeah, in high school because I wanted to do all the different styles. But fast forward past all of that, I had a perm for years in college, all that stuff. But I can remember before I got locks, I got lock extensions in my 20s just to kind of see what it would look like on me permanently. And, you know, I was just intrigued by the look. I really liked the look, the aesthetic. I liked the thought of the freedom that it seemed like it brought people. Because I remember growing up and you wouldn't want to get into a pool if you just got your hair pressed, or you couldn't get into it because you just got your hair pressed and done and your style needed to last. I can remember even, working out and everything just poofing out, shortly after you got your hair pressed. So you were just very mindful, and I would say not 100% living because you didn't want to mess your hair up because it's your crown and glory. So we all know that when you look good, you feel good though, and your hair your face, period, I think is a big part. I see people all the time. I mean, even if they don't have their hair done, their face is beat, you know? Like, so I would say from your face up, you know, people always dress that part up a lot. So anyway, on my journey, I can remember the show. It was a movie Chris Rock produced. I think it may have came out in 08, 09, and it was called Good Hair, Bad Hair. And at that time, I was, like I said, trying out some lock extensions. I took them out. They were super cute on me. But I remember a woman being very honest with me, and I appreciate her honesty. She told me, if you get anything that's too ethnic, you are going to harm your career here. I stay in Alabama, and she also had a company at the time. I think she actually had sold her company, but she just, as a woman, she told me that she wanted me to be aware as a young woman of the potential cost or the potential backlash that I may receive from locking my hair. And I was in my 20s. I took that into consideration. It was early in my career. And so at that time, I decided not to permanently lock my hair. I ended up growing it out, getting a cute little knee-long hairstyle, a little pixie cut, and continued with my career path. And like I said, the show, the movie Good Hair, Bad Hair came out, and it really started to make me reevaluate again, why am I perming my hair? Why am I straightening my hair? Why my hair is kinky curly, but I am processing it with this perm that they are saying eats through Coca-Cola cans. And now we've seen where people are coming out with lawsuits saying it has caused them cancer. And so as I was really evaluating it, I decided maybe a year or so after to just let my hair grow out and just be natural. So that maybe was 2010, 2011. I just let it get natural. I didn't do locks. I just went back to a little fro and 2-strand twist. But I think also that what made me take a step back was because of the hairstylist as well, because as I moved around, I was having stylists that just weren't showing up for me. Some were taking their time, their clients' time for granted. I can remember going in at 3 o'clock in the afternoon for my hair appointment and not leaving till like almost midnight. And the stylist still had several other ladies still there that had not even been touched. I can remember, you know, people sometimes just being super late and I'm just having to sit there and wait for them. And some, you know, you would go to them weekly and they would be done, you know, bleached your hair or colored it, so you go to them to make sure your hair stays healthy, and it's still just coming out in chunks. And you're like, I come to you every week. Others were just scissor happy, and you would say, hey, let's grow it out to a bob, let's grow it out to here. And they'll just keep cutting your hair off. And you would go to them weekly. And you're like, if my hair is damaged, it has to be you, because I don't do anything with my hair. And then, you know, I had some, they just were, sometimes would relocate to dangerous places, where there would be shootings, and I didn't think my hair style is, you know, was that important to follow, especially if you're, you know, your shop is being shot up. That's not luxurious at all. Who wants to go to get a hairstyle and come out? Hopefully you come out, you know, when people are shooting up the beauty salon. So going through those various avenues and time management, you know, it was just a big deal to me. And like I said, again, it was really important to me of my why. And when I did not have a good answer to my why, I was okay with not continuing to process my hair. So fast forward, I have a child. I cannot be in the salon like that, period, even with my natural hair. So I decide I'm going to 2-strand my twist and just lock it up from there. And that is really how my journey began, because I never wanted to be one of those parents in the salon with my child, and my child's falling out and they're hungry and they're tired and I'm tired and I can't console them because they're inconsolable. Or some shops don't even allow kids. I noticed that too with some of the shops I would go to. They didn't even allow children in their shops. So that was another thing. But as I continued my journey and I got my locks and I grew them, I just became in love with them. And it felt like a reconnection with self. And it led me on a self-care journey, but also a healing journey internally, because I took all of the focus off of going to the salon all the time and getting all these different hairstyles, and all of a sudden the focus was just on being healthy, being myself, showing up, doing a great job with my career, for my family, and building. And I feel like that's what the lock journey really did for me. It helped me reprioritize and focus on what was really important. And I was no longer just obsessed with my hair. I will say though, you have to be more mindful of your attention to it, because since it just grows in and is thick and fluffy, I do feel like there are times, especially during the pandemic, that I was not as attentive to my hair. And to me, I am paying the price for it now, because since I was not going anywhere, I was not always, you know, really looking at it. Even though it's on my head, I was just kind of, you know, washing my face, brushing my teeth. I may spray it a little bit, put it in a ponytail, and go and downstairs to work or to teach, help my son with his, online studies and all that type stuff. And so don't take it for granted because it's a low maintenance style. But yeah, that was my journey, short and to the point. It was a decision I decided to make, and I don't know if it's something that will be forever, but it has definitely worked in my favor. As of right now, and they've been really good to me, but I do recognize what my associate at that time was telling me. I absolutely believe that people do, and they will discriminate against you because of your hair and your locks. And with them reversing or taking back some of the diversity and inclusion programs, and so many other things, I do see where I can see that being if people don't like it, or they have a negative connotation towards our hairstyle, or they think it's unprofessional, because I've seen what people say, they think it's unprofessional, then I do believe it could impact someone when it comes to hiring you. I would be completely honest with you. Yeah, and I've talked to people before where they feel like it has also impacted their dating life, and I could see that as well. If someone doesn't like locks and they prefer straight hair on their significant other, then yes, I could definitely see impacting that area of your life. But I think everyone has preferences. So when you're deciding to get the locks, know your why. Know why you want them. Is it a style for you? Is it a trend? Is it you looking to reconnect with yourself? And that way, if people judge you for it, or choose to turn their back on you, or speak negatively of it, then you can say, I'm okay with that because I know my why. I know that I'm smart. I know I'm talented. I know that I am more than my hair, and move forward. Like, it's not for everybody, and sometimes it's just for a season for some people, but there is no reason to think lesser than of someone that chooses to wear the style. So I hope this helps. That is my thoughts. And honestly, for me, when it comes to locks, it has been more pros, and I can't think of any cons, honestly. Yeah. So, yeah. I hope this video finds you well. I hope you have an amazing Monday. Time to get to work. Take care. Wishing you peace, inner peace, positivity, and power.